Everybody, this is Jeff Veale, the business guru, coming to you from not downtown Manila today. I'm over in Malaysia. And although I'm traveling, I'm still doing podcast guests all over the world. I've got a wonderful woman today. She's all the way from the UK. And guys, if you want your 15 minutes of fame, every man and woman's got a story. Don't care who you are. You've all got a story, and we'd love to hear your story. Think about it, guys. A TV commercial set you back in your country probably $30,000, right? And they'll probably go and have a beer, go to the toilet, make a hot dog while the commercial's on. 10 radio spots in your city set you back between $3,000 and $5,000, and most of the time they play them at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning when no one's listening. But 15 minutes of fame, you can come on our wonderful award-winning podcast, and what will happen then, we'll put you across all the social media channels, your LinkedIn, your Facebooks, your Reddits, your Quoras, our Facebook group of 6,500 members. Also, YouTube with all your social media links, potentially putting you in front of hundreds of potential clients. So, guys, the offer's there for you. Please come on like our next guest has on 15 Minutes of Fame. And I've got a great guest today. She'll be able to help you people a lot, just particularly with your 15 Minutes of Fame. You better do it in a perfect manner after you've spoken to this lady. Her name is Mariette Richardson. And Mariette is the founding director of a company by the name of My Voice UK Ltd. And her industry is public speaking coaching. And many of you need that. Based on my experience, guys, a lot of you need it. So reach out to this lady. Have a cup of coffee. What's the worst you can do? Have a coffee, have a chat, and see if you think she's a good fit for you. I'm sure she will be. Right. A brief description, years in the industry, forever. That's a long time, guys. Think about that. Forever. How long's forever? A long time. And started teaching since the age of 16. Right. Description of a business, individual and group coaching, plus monthly online speaking forum club. She'll correct me on that later. Key achievements or projects, published author of 2 books, third to be released very soon. Both books are finalists in the Business Books Awards, guys. Personal motto, feel well, speak well. There you go, guys. Not bad, is it? Feel well. Fun fact about herself, quit is not in any of her books, not in her vocabulary. So it's my great pleasure to welcome to the stage Mariette Richardson. How are you, Mariette?
Jeff, I'm excited to be here. Thank you very much for the opportunity. I've looked forward to it. Thank you.
Me too. It's going to be awesome. Let's get started. Tell us about your journey. What inspired you back when you were 16, all those years ago, to pursue your current career path? How did that all happen?
I had a fantastic teacher. She was actually a Polish Jew, but she grew up in England, probably flew there after the war or during the war, and she trained at Trinity College, which is a very respected and well-known college in England. And she then traveled to South Africa, where I grew up. Her name was 𝐰𝐤𝐿. She made a huge impression on me. I started my classes with her, probably at the age of 10, I think. And when we were senior students, when we reached the age of 16, she employed us to teach the smaller students, the young ones. Wow. But my journey actually started because of my dad. He was always a Toastmaster.
Oh, lovely.
And to my mum's horror, he put us on tables and chairs and said, make a speech.
Oh, lovely. Pretty cool.
So we really started at a young age.
That's a great, well, it hasn't done you any harm, has it? What's been the most challenging? No. What's the most challenging aspect of your work, and how have you overcome that?
I didn't hear you. The most, which aspect of my word?
Most challenging.
Of my work?
Challenging.
Challenging. Everything is a challenge in my job. But my most rewarding and challenging aspect is when I meet with someone, I like to meet them for the first session face-to-face, if at all possible.
Yeah. Because
we communicate with our whole bodies. Of course, the way you look, the way you present yourself, your hair, the jewelry a woman wears, the fragrance, everything about you communicates.
Story. Yep.
And yes, it's so true. It gives me an opportunity to assess the client well. Of course, I can't do that because I coach all over the world, and I'll have to do with online coaching, but it helps me to assess the client, and also to tailor my coaching, especially for that person and their needs at that particular moment. I think the challenge is to free that speaker and to establish, to identify the barrier, what is holding him or her back, and help them to cross that barrier.
Lovely. Yeah, a nice mission. Can you tell us about an important moment in your career that pretty much changed your direction? Is that when you left South Africa? What was that moment that changed your direction totally, when you pivoted?
No, I don't think it was that. I came to England in 2017 already, so I feel quite at home here now. My training changed direction.
Right.
And I'm going to tell you a story that my teacher, 𝐰𝐢𝐭𝐡, taught us when we were very young. You know, when she gave us a poem to recite, at first she would, in week first, only give us the poem to read. And she'll send us back home and say, bring it next week and bring me an illustration of the poem.
All right.
So we brought a picture or something. We drew a picture. Week 2, come and tell me the story of the poem in your own words. Now we haven't even started to learn the poem. We're only telling the story. Week 3, come and tell me something about the poet. Week 4,
Right.
we dissect the poem. We look at the rhyme and she helps us to understand how it's been composed. Week 5 is the first time we read it aloud. And week 6, we only begin to learn it. By that time, we've internalized it.
Absolutely.
And that is my motto. Moving with your speech, live with your speech, internalize it. And actually, people don't believe that they know everything that they want to say is already in here. Your poem is inside of you.
That's
but
right.
We don't trust. So we create all these fantastic, beautiful, professional PowerPoint presentations, but that's not your speech.
No, correct.
That is a PowerPoint presentation. It's a slideshow. And a slideshow is only a visual aid. It only aids or help you. It only brings your speech to life, but it's not your speech. I cannot bear it. And please, anybody who's watching, please promise me you will not read from your slides. It's not your notes. It's not your speech.
Yeah.
It's purely visually just there to enhance what you say.
I've seen and heard of stories.
That was a big clip. Sorry about that, but I feel strongly about it.
No, I was going to say, I've seen and heard of people who, sadly for them, they've been up here on the lecture and they've dropped their notes, right, all over the floor. And then they just had to carry on from the heart. And then they've ended up getting a standing ovation because it's real, right? They're not following any prompts.
Exactly.
Right. And two of my favourites, you see them quite often on YouTube or on Reels. I love Denzel Washington and Anthony Hopkins. They do some very good ones from the heart, talking about life, and they're very, very good. Good.
Wonderful. You are so right. It's when you've got it in you, but we don't believe that we can speak without it.
Yeah, that's right. Tell me, in your opinion, what are the key qualities and skills that have helped contribute to your success over all these years? What do you believe are the skills?
Experience.
Yes, that's a good one.
Nothing beats it. Because I've made huge mistakes myself.
We all have.
I also burst out in tears when I went blank on stage. And I've experienced everything. I've also dropped my cue cards and I didn't number them.
Oh,
so
wow.
when one of the teachers came on stage and helped me to pick them up, but we couldn't put them in order.
Yes.
all those mistakes that I've done, my experience with handling microphones.
Sure.
If I could give one tip to viewers, the main thing, if you really want to come across as professional, you simply have to check the usage of the microphone beforehand, because there's nothing worse of a person who gets on stage and says, "Can you hear me?" No, that we don't do that.
Yeah.
Pathetic. It's very wrong. We can't do that.
Yeah.
You have to speak to the person. You need to know, do I need to turn on the mic, or will the sound engineer do it for me? How do I hold it? You normally hold it in your left hand. If you are right-handed, then it frees up your right hand to gesture. Or the best of course is a lapel mic, but you also need to know that how to use it, that you don't touch it, that your hair, if your hair is long, not touch the mic. All those finer points, how you use your equipment is what makes you professional.
Yes, fair enough. Tell me, how do you stay motivated and continue as you've done to innovate in your field?
Because of AI and all the wonderful things that are happening at the moment, we simply have to keep on top of it. And it changes by the week.
By the minute.
We have to keep,
not by the week.
By the minute. Right, by the minute.
Yeah.
So we have to keep updated. And I I belong to two wonderful networking groups in London. May I name them? Because I would like to give them some airtime. The first is the Institute of Directors. Mm-hmm. They are up to date with new developments, and they really see to it that their members have the opportunity to learn. And the other group is the Hungarian-British Business Alliance, a very lively group that's got a branch in Canada, Budapest and London, and we're branching out all the time. And it's also a group that takes care of their members to help us to stay on top of it. But I know all of us have to learn. That's your first important thing. Keep abreast of your industry. And secondly, motivated. You know what, Jeff? My clients motivate me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Honestly.
Yeah. If they win, you win. You know, it's a win-win, isn't it? It's a real win-win. That's the whole point about it, right? That's why we do it. Yeah. We haven't got a job. We've got a passion, right? Right?
Yes.
So big difference, right? Tell us a recent project or achievement you're particularly proud of, please.
Oh, my books. That day when my publisher, and she's so wonderful, her name is Taryn Johnston from FCM Publishing, and when Taryn sent me the proof copy of my first book, she wrote a little note. It was in the package, and she said, "Mariette, take a moment, hold the book to your heart, and say to yourself, congratulations, you did."
Fantastic. Yeah, fantastic.
Yes, both the books were finalists in Business Book Awards, which was a great honor. And book 3 is almost ready. We plan to publish it very soon.
Fantastic. Nice to hear. Looking ahead, what are your goals and aspirations for the future?
I would like to extend my speaking career, which is beginning to happen. That is really besides the point that I really enjoy it. And as a speaker, if you enjoy it, your audience will enjoy it because they see that excitement. You are the conductor when you're there in front of everybody. If you're nervous, we're going to be nervous. And if you're settled, we're going to be unsettled. And what I said about my motto, feel well, speak well.
Yes.
Listen to me. Feel well, speak well.
Yes.
That is exactly true. You have to have a lot of energy. You have to be energetic and strong and fit, healthy. I tell my speakers, day before your gig, eat a good protein-rich breakfast because you need that slow release of energy. Avoid rich food, avoid dairy because it could cause phlegm. Then go after breakfast, go and brush your teeth.
Right, lovely.
Very, very important. You have
go ahead.
Yes, you have to open the speech canal, and if there are little food particles in your mouth, your tongue would try to dislodge them, and it's not a pretty sight.
No. Are you familiar with Robert De Niro, right? The actor, Robert De Niro?
Yes.
One of his movies, I can't remember the name of the movie, but one of his movies, he does a skit where he's in front of the mirror, he's practicing, and he says, "You speaking to me? Are you speaking to me? You must be speaking to me." He's talking like this, right? So what happened, a friend of mine asked me impromptu to come and give a speech to 1,000 people. His speaker dropped out, so he wanted me to help him out. So he rings me up, and I'm in the car with my girl. We just pulled up, and I pulled the car mirror around, and that's exactly what I did. I said, "You speaking to me?" And she said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm getting in the zone." It's so funny. As you said, I went into that room about 10 foot tall. I believed I was Robert De Niro, right? And I walked onto the stage and away.
I love that.
Yeah, and truly, I was so happy. Out of all the speakers, there were 6 keynote speakers. I got a standing ovation, which is awesome. You know,
lovely.
Yeah, because I got myself in the.
Yes, and you felt good inside, so you could portray that to your audience.
Yeah.
Yes, lovely.
I found out later that most of the speakers got $10,000. All I got was a seafood dinner. I think my friend kept all the money. Anyway.
But at least you had the enjoyment, Jeff.
Absolutely. It was a challenge. It was a challenge. I got a buzz out of it, you know. Tell me, going back to a 20-year-old, what advice would you give someone who wanted to follow in your footsteps and do something that you're doing? What would you tell them?
Be brave. Be brave. And face your fears.
Yeah, absolutely.
They say glossophobia, that's the word for fear of public speaking. Glosso is tongue and phobia. And 75% of all humans fear public speaking.
Wow.
And it is even worse than the fear of death. I know. I know for some people it is really frightening to stand up. The main thing is we feel judged. Yes. We feel as if everybody's looking at us and they see us.
The room's starting to shrink. I've been there. Yeah.
Yes, you're quite right.
Yeah.
And that is how you feel. Yes. People aren't really judging you.
No,
some of them think, wow.
Yeah, that's right.
I wish I couldn't to go up. Yes. Yeah, they admire you.
Yeah, just keep going.
And it is. Jeff, speaking is a skill.
Absolutely.
And like any other skill, it's something you can learn to do.
Absolutely. Practice. Right? Every opportunity. Tell me, before we wrap it up, we're going to do that in a moment. How can our listeners reach out and find about your wonderful services? What's the best way to reach you and learn more about what you do?
My website is purely under my name, MarietteRichardson.com. And I am available. I'm very active on LinkedIn. I'm not so active on the other social media, I must admit. But my LinkedIn profile is also under Mariette Richardson.
Lovely.
And also under my company, My Voice UK. But I'm happy for people to reach out to me on email, which is purely Mariette@myvoiceuk.com.
Yeah, so got that, guys. My Voice. What was it again, please, Mariette? Tell me again.
Mariette, which is Mariette@myvoiceuk, one word, .com.
Doesn't she have a wonderful voice? My folks that are listening.
Oh, thank you.
Before we wrap it up, tell us a fun fact about yourself that most people don't know, Mariette.
Oh, I saw your question and I couldn't come up with anything.
Really?
All right. I'll tell you one good thing. I am a hugger.
Oh, good. Good. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. That's like being a better human, isn't it?
I grew up in Johannesburg in South Africa, and overall, I think South Africans are huggers.
Yeah.
But in England, it's not really the done thing
It's funny.
to tactile. People don't appreciate it too much if you touch or, it's very much more formal.
Sad,
and I had...
Sad, isn't it? Sad.
Yeah. Yes.
Even hugging yourself can feel good sometimes, right?
You're right.
You wrap around yourself, you'll feel it. It's there, right? But
that's right. Yes.
I was talking to my colleague today funny enough, about England. It's one of the only countries I really know that's got that class. There's the aristocrats, and there's another level, and there's another level, and another level. It depends what level you're at. The level above you doesn't want to talk to you because they think they're better than you. They're not better than you at all, but they think, oh, you're a tradesman. Oh my goodness, I'm a clerical worker. I don't talk to tradesmen. Are you kidding?
Yes.
Are you kidding?
They're not. Yes, Jeff, I must come up for my British friends. They're not all like that. No, but you are right. You are right.
Absolutely. They're very judgmental, very judgmental people in general, but that's their problem, not ours. So, it is what it is. In general. So, guys, we're about to wrap it up now. We've had a wonderful time with Mariette. If you'd like your 15 minutes of fame and like to come on this award-winning podcast, we'd love to have you on the show. So please feel free to reach out. More importantly, you want to learn how to do this even better, reach out to Mariette. These sort of things can change your life, can change your career. They can put you build your confidence up, put you into wonderful opportunities. So the worst you can do is reach out to Mariette by email or have a virtual cup of coffee. That's the worst you can do, right? The best you can do is improve. And that takes time and practice. Thanks, Mariette, for being on the show today. You've been awesome.
Oh, Jeff, I really enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome.